It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is rocking as they await the start of this one. We're here at Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we're keeping things in the AFC for an intra-conference contest between the Denver Broncos and the Cleveland Browns. Well, it's official. We reached the halfway point of the regular season. Still a lot of work left to do, though, as we're away in Week 9. This makes it up to the 25. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The first carry for the speedy Dylan Sampson. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Could lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
At the 28-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Deputy! Cougar 19!
On 3rd down, we'll go with Sampson. Shoots away from one. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Batted away at the line, incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air here on 2nd. Sanders. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Sanders now on 3rd down. Cox, there's that rookie out of Florida State. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield strike block as he's set out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Ready!
Play action, Sanders. Finds a seam down the middle. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense will respond.
Having gained up a handful there. Riley Moss with that tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
With Sanders out of the pistol. Looking out, the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
All right, they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive.
Here we go. Pass around the 60 vices, 60 vices.
Sanders going to throw on 4. Rope caught by his running back. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Opening play, and Bo will throw. Completed over the middle. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ballgame.
Hey, that's a run that's hold home on the stat sheet. But if we see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's got Sutton complete. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Giving this to Harvey. He's got room to roll. And he's down to almost... Nope. They're actually going to give him the 30 here. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
First and 10 now from the 30. Nick's off the play action. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend's pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second down, give to Harvey. A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. But let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
It's a 3rd down, give to Harvey. He'll get them enough for a first down. Offense in the hurry up here.
That's another Broncos first down.
Next kick out wide, complete. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. Harvey will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, it did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. Point after from Carlson is up and good. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And some excellent work to drive him all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Come on, come on. 19.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. Caught, nice game left side. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland first down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of one. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the second quarter. Browns in control of it.
Let's go.
They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's Sanders now. On the screen, this is Sampson. Look at that work, turning those legs, driving across the 15. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off.
Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. That one right down the middle. The Browns tie this game 7-7. Tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be 3rd down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here's the fake. Here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. They've got 1st down from the 31. Sanders setting the pass. Looking right, and he finds it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, and to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive, and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Hawk 70. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
To the air on first down. Sanders has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
19, 18. Ready.
On first down, here's Sanders. He brings it in. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. And that play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
To Sampson here up the middle. He sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Operating from the gun. Here's Sanders. All the left side. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Working inside the red zone. That one connects. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you, well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1.
Ready.
The throw now with Sanders. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns get some late points and the lead. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack, because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And not liking what it looked like he had it from there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. That's complete to Zach Ertz. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he set out. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Motioning the tight end now. Nix now on 1st and 10. Escapes the pocket. He just throws this one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight and forced the throw away.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Shotgun snap to Nix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Fairly safe to say, as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Shotgun hands off to Harvey. And he does not get to that line. Looked for a moment like he might get there, but nope, fourth down coming up.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Going on fourth. Here's Nix. He finds Adams, complete. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets him 17 yards on fourth down and gets them the first. Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up second down. Give up the middle to Harvey. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now. They pick up 9 on that previous play.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Now Nix on third down. Right side into the hands of Adams. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done.
And they take this in for the score. The Broncos earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Manage that clock beautifully. Down to the final moments, Brock, and they get the score just before halftime.
That doesn't change the theme of the halftime speech, but I guarantee you it adds some enthusiasm to the tone. That was awesome.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down just inside the 25.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Stephanie! Let's go!
Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. That's a nice run in there on that 7-yard gain. Make it second down. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Return coming from the 6. He's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Broncos to the line now. It's first and 10. It's Harvey straight ahead. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. And the second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Once more. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be third down.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
On third down, here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, me back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. On now comes their punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Escapes the defender. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
Play action, Sanders. He rolls to his right. Throw right side, caught by Fannin. Finds a little room there, gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
2nd down now, they need 7.
Ready, ready. 60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Throwing the out route complete. He's hitting the ball down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
The 44-yard line.
Let's go. 70 Lions. Let's go.
Sanders back to throw. Throw is caught. He takes this forward a little to about the 39. Greg Greenlaw getting there for the stop.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll go play action for Sanders. He's got it near the 10. It'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
5-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 caught.
Off to Sampson. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
70 Timberwolves. Bronco 80. Go.
Working out of the gun, Sanders. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where the coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Has this at the 6. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Run left side. Harvey. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Going left side. Here's Harvey. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So that means 3rd down coming up. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put two tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Throw here, third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. Punting unit out now.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10.
Ready? Pass the 60. Pass the 60. Ready?
And off here to Simpson. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for two.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Ready? Cowboy 80.
Sanders setting to pass. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Broncos football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the fourth. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's going deep this time. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. It slips through. Second down coming up.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit, Kate. You get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
Nix again on second and 10. Has a man, it's Ertz. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. From the red zone on first. Getting out to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos now trail by just a point in the fourth. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. His third total score in this game. That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie this game at 21. We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down.
At their own 25-yard line.
Browns look just about ready, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
Let's go now.
Starting on the ground here with Simpson. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Come on. Hey. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On first down, here's Sanders. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Complete out to the right side. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Let's see what they went with on third down.
Here we go, Stack. Viking 18.
It's Sanders out of the pistol. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3-and-outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on third down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got first and 10. On the handoff, here's Harvey. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Putting a receiver in motion. To throw, here's Nix. Finds his running back, R.J. Harvey. He's close, but he is stout before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Bell going in motion left. Nix now, 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Throwing on first down, Nix. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about the closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Second down. Here's Nix again. He's got it. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They gain 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
A gain of 14. And the Broncos first down.
Harvey gets it on the counter. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on first down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Harvey on the carry. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Broncos in range for a game-winning score. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted. Grant tilted in to pick it up. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line, and then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
That's caught. Here's Quinshon Judkins. He runs it up to midfield. And finally they get to him and send him out as this gets all the way into enemy territory. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down. Setting up to pass. Taken in by Fannin. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Let's go. Viking 18. Trap 60. Trap.
Here he is to throw. He finds Sampson out of the backfield. And they get this down to the 28. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Here we go. Here we go. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Trying the left side with Sampson. Cuts back toward the middle, and he's bottled up quickly after just a yard. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Ready. 19. Ready,
On 3rd down, they'll go with Sampson. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Ready. Bronco 8, 79 Broncos.
To throw. Moving deep here for the end zone. And that's a catch. It's a touchdown. They've got the lead in the final minute. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard-fought as you will see. When they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal. But you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Brings in the kick at the 9. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
trailing by one score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Put the body on the line for his team. Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout. And now we're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. Back to throw. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He'll look to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Any clock adding a sense of urgency to these proceedings. And they spike it with time left for one play. 5 seconds to go. Got to go for it in his spot, Brock. This is fourth down. One final shot here. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs. So the Browns come away with the win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, Hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a